What's up YouTube? I'm Vaughn and this is the Gear channel where we discuss collectibles, hobbies, Quebec games from tabletop to video games. And today we have a very special duel because we have our Pure Bystials, which honestly I actually really love this deck, versus DDDs. Now DDDs this actually gets some support, so it's actually way more threatening than it was a couple years ago. And you know what? It's not a bad deck at all. Like me personally, I think it's actually pretty decent. So have faced opponents that definitely pilot it to the T. So this is going to be a very interesting duel. Now, before we begin, friendly reminder as always to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel a lot and I do really appreciate it. Okay, so starting first, we're going to see we are going second, sadly, but it's okay. So what we have is Cyframe Delta, Gamma, Ghost Cherries, Chaos Space, and Chaos Valkyrie. And let's show my opponent's hand as well. So we're going to go both hands. They have the DD Swirl Slime, they have the King, they have Savant, another King, and then Orthros. So I probably mispronounced all of these, but it's okay. Now you see like we both have like the Gammas. Yes, this is, I say it's pure bestials, but to be very honest, it's starting to be like a lot more like a Cyframe bestial, and it works perfectly. It's like you have tons of interruption and you're all set. So I actually do like this deck a lot. I'm playtesting with it quite a bit, and it's not that bad. Even against like Kashtira, it's been doing actually quite well. So it's something out of the world. So definitely need a lot more playtest because I am still like misplaying a bit. But besides that, very decent. Okay. So our opponent is going to go first. So we're going to go. He's going to start with his DDD Slime. So it's not a cost, but we are going Gamma it. So he's going to return the King back to hand. So it's all set over there. And we're going to supposed to summon the Driver. And yes, because we are playing with so many side frames, we are playing two drivers. Because usually like the first one always gets like banished, but then after follow-up, it's very easy to actually tribute because a lot of the stuff is actually tribute either like light or dark. So we're able to get rid of the driver so it never gets banished again and then just spam with the other frames as well. So pretty cute. It works out. I like the plays a lot. Okay, so they get the Dark Contract. They play the Dark Contract. Now, there's definitely a lot of stuff that I'm not too familiar with when playing against different dimension, like, or dimension demons, whichever you call it, because I'm not, the only time that I played it is sometimes was back then, like at locals. So I only know like a few things of it. I definitely know this card because this card I went and supposed to summon it on my side of the field to attack for game. So that was one thing that I did do, which was definitely really good. Okay, so our opponent's going to go off quite a bit, do the pro plays. Okay, activate the effect of the king over here. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of pro plays going on. So he's going to definitely establish a nice board to finish on. So pretty cool. Okay, go make that. Okay, and let's see, make this guy. Now, this is actually very interesting. So this is the one, okay, XYZ, rank 4, DDD, okay. Once per turn, during either player's turn, if you took any effect damage this turn, you can detach one material from this card, then target one face-up monster on the field. It loses 1,000 attack and defense, and if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can send one DDD or Dark Contract from your deck to the graveyard, okay. So I was hoping for my opponent to do some attack game, but sadly he didn't. Okay, this guy that I know like a lot of people are like scared of to play against, but it's actually not that good. Like I read it, and it's only when a monster effect card is on the field. Pretty much, yeah. If your opponent controls like the monster and the effect is activated like pretty much on the field, that's when it does like the negate and the overlay and all that shenanigans. But if none of your monsters trigger on the field, then it's a pretty dead card. And especially for our case, you're going to see in just a moment. So we're going to banish both the gammas. And then we draw, and yes, we draw into the Duel's Worm. So first things first, we're going to activate the Chaos Space, because we don't know what our opponent has, so if it's an Ash, better hit the hand trap now before we regret it. So we're going to get the VaughnGear, very nice. Okay, now we're going to go and activate Chaos Space to return the Gamma. Yes, you can return Gamma because it cannot be normal summon or set. It's just you cannot add Gamma from your deck to your hand because it has to be a level 4 or level 8. So there's that. Okay, so Gamma gets put back and we go at the bottom and draw. There we go. Another one. Not bad. I'm actually very happy with it. If we got any Bystials, then we could do this play. So first things first, we're going to use our Ghost Cherry just to fill our graveyard. So since our opponent has more, we're going to reveal the access code. And yes, we have quite a bit of different monsters in our extra deck. So we're going to activate our Duel's Worm to banish his slime again, so get rid of it. And then we're going to go into battle phase to swing over his guy. Okay, now main phase 2. No, he's going to trigger to send the other one that fusions from grave. Okay, so now main phase 2, we're just going to do a simple normal summon. There we go. So actually, out of all the bestials to get, I guess drawing through Duel's Worm is actually the best, because if it's the Megalith, it won't get the effect because it's only when it's supposed to summon. So definitely good play. So now Duel's Worm is going to send the big guy. So then we could do our VaughnGear. So banish 1 light and 2 dark, which means that we get to destroy 2 cards on the field. Okay, waiting for a response, nothing. So we're going to trigger the Chaos Valkyrie. Chaos Valkyrie sends a light or dark monster when it's banished, but you cannot use the effect that turn, which is fine because what we're going to send is actually going to be the Chaos Nephis. So if our opponent does destroy any cards on the field, we could potentially spell summon it if we end up having another light, which we will. And also, when a card is destroyed, and spell summon it from hand or grave by banishing a light or dark, perfect. Additional effect is if it's special summon, you get to target 1 card on the field and 2 in the graveyard and banish all 3, which is really good. So it's a really nice interruption, and especially with this deck, it actually works quite well because you could chaos space it, you could do a lot, and especially with interaction, especially if you're popping. And it's not even popping like monsters. It's just any card gets destroyed on the field, it triggers the effect. So if you use your trap to actually destroy something on the field, you could trigger Chaos Nephis right after and then banish a card right after. So it's actually quite well. Like so far, I have no issues, and it's been coming in clutch many times. So very happy with Chaos Nephis. Okay, so now we're going to just make, well, send those 2. So those are destroyed, and now we're going to make Herodic Seal. So we'll be all set because we're going to go, and as soon as they trigger this, because this doesn't do anything, it's actually completely dead. So we could go and return that if we like, as soon as they trigger it. So it would be good. So standby phase, they're going to take 1,000. And then on the main phase 1, they're going to go and activate the effect. We're going to chain Herodic Seal, which tributes for cost. So we're going to tribute for cost. So now we have no monsters on the field. And he goes and chains Call by the Grave, which we're going to chain, or Delta, because Delta is when your opponent activates a spell card, you can spell summon the driver and negate and destroy that spell card. So now we're going to get rid of this, okay? And then Herodic Seal is going to trigger afterwards to actually go and special summon a monster. And the best option actually to special summon right now will probably be Megalith for follow-up turn. But yeah, so that is our play that we did. And our opponent quit right after that. So surprisingly, like, this is really extremely good. I've been having a lot of fun playtesting with like Pure Bystials, especially with the sign frame. So it's been working out amazingly. And even like the seal could actually tribute the driver, so you don't have to worry about it ever leaving. And then if you want follow-up turn, you could tribute normal summon with Bystial, so you could tribute your Herodics to actually supposed summon another dragon on top of it. So there's actually quite a bit of cool plays that you could do with Seal and the Ciphering cards. And that's it for a duel. Now if you guys enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. And if you want a sneak peek of future products we're planning to review here on the channel, you can follow me on my Instagram, VaughnGear. I'm Vaughn, and this was the Gear Channel.